Hey everyone, my name is Wedge and welcome to part 2 of our Magic Origins spoiler coverage today. In our first video, we covered the white, blue, and black cards. In this one, I gotta say, the red and green cards are crazy. Standard playable stuff all over the place. Y'all gonna freak out. Hope you enjoy. Abbot of Carol Keep is 2 mana for a 2/1 human monk with prowess. When it enters the battlefield, exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card. For a second, I thought we were about to see Care Keep again, almost peed a little bit. Anyways, this is one of those cards that I'm on the fence about in red aggro decks. If you drop it on turn 2, it's just a 2/1 with prowess. But later in the game, it's a 2/1 with prowess that gives you another land or another spell, basically draws you a card. Gives your deck a little more reach. I'm on the fence about it, but I think prowess might be enough to make me want to try this in an aggressive red deck if I played red, which I don't, because it's evil. Embermaw Hellion is 3 colorless and 2 red for a 4/5 Hellion with trample. If another red source you control will deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much damage +1 to that permanent or player instead. This card's interesting. The ability is cool and clearly there are some synergies we can abuse. Perforos being the first one that comes to mind. While you do only add 1 damage to each source, that adds up fast. Even without something like Perforos, just a Hordeling Outburst effectively puts 6 damage on the board instead of only 3. Go further than that, what about an entire token/goblin deck? Gotta say, this on turn 5 when you're about to alpha swing to win the game, this could ensure victory. Depending on where we go with standard red aggro decks, this could see play, but it is nowhere near guaranteed, more cheeky than anything else. Scab Clan Berserker is 1 colorless and 2 red for a 2/2 human Berserker with Renown 1. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, if the Berserker is renowned, it deals 2 damage to that player. Alright, well we've got another Eidolon of the Great Revel to deal with. Now I know it isn't exactly the Eidolon, but it'll do a similar job, especially out of the sideboard in Standard. This is not a main deck card. This is a great board card against control strategies with very few creatures. With this and Eidolon on board at the same time, that board wipe is going to hurt a lot. So is that cantrip and that 1 removal spell to stem the bleeding. I hate this card, I really do, but sideboards for red decks are going to love it, as they should. I don't care that it's 3 mana, it has haste, and it'll do its job, just trust me. Because green ramp decks needed more power, Animist Awakening is X and 1 green for a sorcery. Reveal the top X cards of your library. Put all land cards from among them onto the battlefield tapped and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It also has Spell Mastery. If there are 2 more instants and or sorcery cards in your graveyard, untap those lands. Are you serious? This is the cheapest ramp we've seen in a long time. 1 green mana, 1? You don't even have to get rid of the cards that aren't lands, you just put them on the bottom of your deck. How is this fair? And Spell Mastery is so easy to get. You get to untap? What is going on with the set? For those of you saying this is no Genesis wave, blah blah, whine, stop it. This is less color intensive. Spell Mastery is super easy to hit, and you get to keep the cards that aren't lands, so stop whining. This is amazing for Standard, and this single-handedly makes Omnith even more powerful as the best ramp commander. Lastly, when Nissa was revealed, I talked about how difficult it was to transform her. I take that back. This card is stupid. Good game, Wizards. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Insane. Evolutionary Leap is 2 mana for an enchantment. You can pay 1 green and sacrifice a creature to reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Everyone is saying that this is a fixed version of Survival of the Fittest. I disagree. It's more like an upgrade to Foster. Prosh, Carador, Glissa the Trader, this card is going to see significant commander play. It might not seem exciting to some of you Standard fans, but this is super impactful in that format. Also a super bomb in Limited. Get rid of your crap creatures to search for your bombs, that's everything you want in Limited. First pickable, certainly. Well, this is unexpected. Gaea's Revenge is 5 colorless and 2 green for an 8/5 elemental with haste that can't be countered. It also can't be the target of non-green spells or abilities from non-green sources. In case this looks familiar to you, it should. This is a reprint from M11. Want to know what else is awesome? They rare shifted it down from mythic to rare. Now that's something I can get behind. Glad they're doing that more and more, it seems. Now where's this good? Well, it survives Languish, also can't be hit by Ultimate Price, or targeted with Burn, or killed by Hero's Downfall. The problem is it does die to Foul Tongue Invocation, Self-Inflicted Wound, and a handful of charms. The card isn't outright bad, just not sure where it could fit in constructed that doesn't already have a better option with more impact on the board. If this had trample, different story. Honestly, I still can't get over that ridiculous ramp spell. I feel like I'm living in some Twilight Zone where green is allowed to have everything it wants all the time. You get this, but I can't have counterspell? That's ridiculous. I can't even right now. Let me know what you think about today's spoilers. Any of these going to make their way into your constructed decks? What about Commander? I know we have a ton of EDH playables here. As always, subscribe for the latest and most reliable Magic Origins spoiler information you could ever need. This is the Manosaurus, I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.
What?